inches. Come on.
There we go.
Let me catch another one.
One at a time. What if you don't catch another one? Let me see.
I'm gonna catch another one.
He'll be on the floor, don't worry.
You better catch another one. He's like micro bass. He just hit the biggest bait in the world. He's cute though.
Is that your first bass of the day?
Yes. No. Yes. Don't. This isn't deleted scenes. Don't use that. I'm gonna catch a big one right now. Today I'm fishing with the Gambler Easy Swimmer, and I believe this is the watermelon color. And I've got a little weight on the top here, and I'm attached directly to my braid, and I'm just casting this out next to the reeds and next to the structure and kind of working it like an injured bait fish underneath the water. And since the water is a little high right now, I'm trying to keep my bait in the water, and I've already got a couple hits. Now I'm just trying to bring a fish to the boat and take a picture with it. That was right there. Nice fish. He's big too.
Whoa, he's a good size, Sizzle.
He's big. Yeah. Damn, I cannot believe that just happened.
He was in that grass.
Yeah. Oh!
I can't believe that.
I can't win! God.
Sizzle.
You want me to talk?
Sugar in.
It's too late now that I don't have the fish.
This is what it looked like before the fish.
Yes. I just hooked up on a nice bass right here by the side of the boat. He hooked up for like 10 seconds and then he hopped right back off. So I'm going to go catch another one. Crazy.
Ain't bad though.
Nice one. Birthday girl killing it.
I
Nice
did.
one.
I reeled up too.
One. I saw him like roll right before my bait landed. He was hungry. Doubled up.
That's a good fish.
That was awesome. Woo! Nice one. Oh, he's nice. Stay on the hook. Stay on the hook. Whoa, he's bigger than another one. So we're still in the first hour of fishing this morning, and I've already caught a bunch of bass. I think this is my biggest one yet, and this bass crushed my bait. It was really awesome to see. It was kind of like a topwater hit, and I did the hook set and fought the fish and brought him in as a nice 3-pounder. So I'm gonna go catch some more fish. Here he goes. So my bait just got destroyed and I need to replace it. So I'm just going to give you a little how-to on how we're rigging these baits today and what we're using. And of course I'm using my Accurate SR6 spinning reel, and I've got my 7'2" Tsunami Coastal Series Airwave rod, which is a light action rod, a lot of fun for bass. And today we're using this particular color that's called the Lane Toad. This is made by Gambler Lures, and this particular soft plastic is the Gambler Easy Swim. And so what I'm going to do is I have a 5/0 hook right here, and I'm going to measure it up to my bait. And you want to make sure that before you rig it up, you want to make sure that the paddle tail is facing down like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top of the soft plastic and insert the point of my hook through there. And then I'm going to take it through about 1/4 of the inch through and then push it out and push the bait all the way up to the top of the hook. And then once I do that, you want to measure where the barb is going to come out. And once you have that figured out, push it through all the way through the soft plastic and have your barb just resting between the two ridges right here. And then you're ready to fish. Pretty easy. And I've also got a little weight here to make sure my bait gets to the bottom, and I can work it like an injured bait fish, and I can also work it on the top, like top water bait, and get the hit there. So we're just working different methods today, trying different retrieval speeds and seeing what works for these bass. He ran with it. saw that big bubble boil. Hi. Hi. Here we go. Cute little guy. Out here fishing the St. Johns River with Captain Byron and Kim with Osceola Outdoor Adventures. And we're having a great time out here catching a ton of bass. And once I catch a bunch of bass, I'm gonna go bow fishing. So it's a great day out here in the middle of Central Florida. Bye-bye.
And there. Darcy?
Yep.
Right down the edge of these cattails, there's going to be a little cut through here. It's going to be about 30 foot wide, little ditch. There'll be some fish in there.
Okay. Right around this
Yeah.
bend. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do this before the sun gets too high.
They cast over toward them reeds. Darcy, you're going to hook
Not
up
too
down this
shabby.
edge on the right, closer to the right bank.
Okay.
She's right kind of down the middle of that little ditch.
Nice.
Little guy. We just came up to a new area and Kim and I just had a double and I just caught this nice probably 3-pound bass and he just crushed my gambler lure on the surface. Really cool. Pretty cool. Brian just had the drone up too, so we kind of captured the whole fight on the drone, so that was awesome. And it's a nice fish, so I'm gonna go ahead and release it. We have moved locations and we drove the airboat about a mile to another spot where we have clear water and we're going to be doing something new, and this is going to be my first time bow fishing and actually trying to shoot some tilapia. They catch tilapia all the time and they load their cooler full, so I'm super excited to be doing this and trying it out for the first time and loading the bow, and I'm going to get a lesson right now, so we'll see what happens.
That's what you're gonna hang on to, and we'll just
Oh,
tighten
okay.
this up
Okay.
as tight as you want it. Clips
Yeah,
in
pretty
here.
tight. Hold on. I'm going to pull this. Does you want to stay on your wrist or feel like it's going to slide off?
Um,
A little tighter?
We can
yeah,
make it
maybe
tighter.
just a little tighter.
All right. This is a trigger, just like on a gun. I'm
Okay.
sure you fired plenty of guns, right?
Few.
Okay, good
Yeah.
enough. One's as good as a bunch. So
Okay.
this is your trigger. Okay.
Okay.
So when you put this on this bow, go ahead and grab that bow like you would.
Okay.
And then if you put this on this bow,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to put your index finger on this trigger.
Okay.
Oop, on this trigger.
On this trigger.
Yep.
My index finger.
Yep.
Okay.
This needs to be down a little lower. I can see that already.
Yeah.
Okay, now reach up here and clip it on here. And I would clip it where the trigger's on this side over here.
Oh.
And then when you pull back, keep your finger behind the trigger, kind of pushing against it. When you pull back, go ahead and pull it back like you would, all the way back to your cheek. Put this close to your cheek. You want this right here.
Like on my cheek?
Yep, and then like this will be underneath the bill of your hat,
Okay.
like that. And when you reach up there and hit this with your finger, touch it. Go ahead and pull back. I'm gonna hold the
Wait,
string.
Okay.
Pull that back now.
Pull this?
Yep.
Yep.
See how quick that goes?
Yeah.
So if you touch it, it's firing.
Right.
If you
Oh,
breathe
okay.
on it, it's firing.
Okay.
Okay?
Finger was in front of
You'll
the
punch
trigger,
yourself in the mouth.
hit it by accident, and punch myself right in the
Because you
mouth.
hit it, you go
Got it that
punch yourself right in the face. Now watch this. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you where to put this at. So you.
Yep.
Because what you want this arrow where you're looking down the arrow,
Right.
and you see this little round thing.
Yep.
If you look in that, when you pull this back, if you look in that, you'll be able to see a hole, and you'll see these sights.
Okay.
So that's kind of where you need to be lined up.
And these are the sights.
Yep. And so you don't need to use the sights. Just look down the arrow. But that just lets
Gotcha.
you know that this. See where my finger's at on my face? Look
Yep.
right here.
It's
right here.
there.
You don't have to get it behind you. Just get it where that string's gonna touch you here. When you let go,
It's gonna shoot.
and then you just reel in. This is your brake, and that's what makes it reel. If you let it go, it's not gonna reel. See?
Okay.
Hold that in. You don't have to hold it hard,
Uh-huh.
and just reel it all the way back to you.
Okay.
And then when you put it on, when you put the arrow on the rest, that little black thing needs to be on top of that roller, because if it's not, it hits here and then the arrow kicks up in the air.
Got it.
You just want that when it's flat, and it's just gonna knock.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
Nope, on the air behind it, there you go. And pull it back, and when you get it back, you don't need to hold it there like forever. Put it back, feel it touch your face, and you can see down that arrow, and when you let go, this hand's not gonna go anywhere after you let go.
Okay.
The string's gonna go forward, it's gonna be nice and smooth.
Okay.
So don't worry about all that.
And then like, but just when you're shooting and stuff, like this arm that's holding the
That's gonna be stiff.
bow is always stiff.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Do I need to see through that?
You don't have to. You can look right down the arrow. Just picture where that arrow is going, and that's the trick.
Okay.
And keep this elbow, instead of rolling inwards, kind of roll it out a little bit, the elbow part.
Like that?
And that way the string won't ever hit you in the arm.
Oh.
A lot to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Practice makes
Fire.
perfect.
Just fire a couple shots. You'll see what I'm talking about. See?
Ah.
Painless, right?
No, yeah, that was easy. All right, so I bring this back.
Excited, Sizzle?
Yeah. I'm excited. Catch some fish. Bow fishing. Hardcore way. Oh, missed him. Oh, missed him. Oh, just missed him.
Close.
Right over.
Just over his back. Got him.
Another headshot.
Nice one. Look at that shot. Birthday girl?
Yeah.
Kill it in.
Nice.
fish.
That is, what do you call that? You stoned him.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't.
Yep.
Stoned him.
Got him. Oh, you hit him.
Oh,
You hit him.
You hit him.
I
You
did
hit
see
him.
that.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, it was a little too far, I think.
Just over his back.
I think well, that's a
See
huge
that one looking at you? Over him. You're still shooting high. Ooh. Oh. Over his back.
Once you get the
It seems like it's a really fun sport, though. I would have a blast doing this all
Flip
day.
your arrow back. Yep. Flip your...
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. We are officially wrapping up our day. We're back at the dock and we had a great day today. It was awesome. It's actually a long time I've been on an airboat, so it was totally awesome being on the airboat and driving around, and we literally went over roads. It was super cool. We caught about 20 to 25 bass, so we had a lot of action this morning. And then we did the bow fishing, and I got a good lesson on bow fishing, got to practice a lot and shoot the bow. So that was a lot of fun. We saw a ton of wildlife out here. There's just so much that St. Johns River has to offer. And special thanks to Captain Byron for inviting me out. And we had a great time. And just explain a little bit like what you have to offer here in Osceola.
That's easy. Osceola Outback, we provide fishing charters for bow fishing, of course, bass fishing. We do some alligator hunts, an occasional turkey hunt. But mostly what we do is bass fishing off an airboat, and we do it in backcountry areas it's really, really hard to get to. So what we provide is the opportunity to get to places you can't get in your bass boat, you can't get in your john boat, see some of Florida that most people that live within 20 miles of here don't even know exist. Wow. So you can really get to experience the full effect of what Florida has to offer with the bass fishing and everything really to do on the water. So
very cool. So y'all heard that. Definitely check them out at OsceolaOutback.com. And until the next time, follow your dream and keep on catching. Sounds good.
like threw it in after.
Hey now, come on guys.
Anytime. Action.
Action.